Webb going for Blad in the end zone. And I don't know if that was knocked away as much as dropped by Blad. Weaver was there, kind of getting away.
I think Weaver just crossed his line of sight right at the last second, and Blad couldn't get his hands on it.
5:34 to play in the first half, 3rd and 12. Webb unloads. He's got Putu towel. Touchdown, Mountain Crest. Stop me if you've heard this one.
Oh, my. Not the belt, Daddy. Not the belt. You will never see a cheerleading squad with such buff deltoids after this game doing push-ups for every score.
I have to figure out how many they have done thus far. And they're doing them before the extra point, so that's cheating. PAT's up and good. The rain coming down, the points piling up in Hiram. Back at Mountain Crest High School, Eric Olson leave on along with hundreds of other people and 38 points for the Mountain Crest Mustangs.
Well, the way the Royals are moving the ball on offense, it must feel like 100 points.
You can see in that first shot we had the rain coming down. And that ball kind of muffed. It's starting to get a little bit wet out there. And we knew the rain was coming. And I could have told you, I was down in the Salt Lake area today, and it started down there in Davis County around 3 o'clock. And now it's finally gotten here. Most people happy to see it, but not TV guys that have electronic equipment out in it.
No.
Not cameramen that are just in it.
Just give us a few hours.
That's right. Just wait till 10 o'clock. Mountain Crest looks like they're offsides.
A little antsy. They must have got caught on the bark there because all 3 of the linemen jumped.
7th penalty on the Mustangs. Again, 12 last week on Mountain Crest, and that's something they're going to have to address. You can't keep giving up yardage and penalties. They had a couple of drives stymied last week because of penalties. Skyview leads Bonneville early in that one, and Logan and Box Elder are tied in the first half of their game. So playoff implications all around. Box Elder and Logan are playing for 2nd and 3rd seed. A yard there for Grimes.
With number 19, Nick Taylor on the stop.
Roy's still sitting at -5 yards for the half, and there's 5 minutes left in the half. Mountain Crest defensively has just been a nightmare for Roy. There's the give to Grimes, and Grimes picking up 3, and that'll be 3rd down and 2. 0 for 4 on 3rd down for Roy. So in those scenarios, those playoff scenarios we talked about, Roy had to win to be in, to have a chance to get into the playoffs. Bowman over the middle. First down, Royals. Nine yards on 3rd and 2.
That's their first down of the game.
Was Rose the receiver?
I think it was.
9 yards and first down again. The first down of the half for the Royals. On their own 40-yard line. 3:45 to play in the half. Bowman under pressure, has a man underneath wide open. Here goes Hadley. Hadley down to the Mountain Crest 40-yard line where they're going to mark him out. It's about the 42, so it'll be an 18-yard gain. Bowman doing a good job of keeping that play alive.
Boy, Hadley just finds a big empty spot in that defense. That ball couldn't get there fast enough. Ball's on the ground.
Oh, Bowman didn't come away from center with the football. He jumped on it. It's a loss of 2.
Roy covers it now. It's going to be 2nd down and 12.
Watch the official there that's cleaning off that ball. He's going to hold it there under that towel. He's been doing that this whole drive. Hold it there under that towel. Waiting for the Royals to break their huddle. Then he sets it down there. Trying to keep the ball as dry as possible. The sideline can shuttle in new footballs if they want. Here's the quick give to first man through the hole. Looks like, was that 22. Austin Terry?
22. Gets past the original line of scrimmage.
Picks up 3. So now it's 3rd and 9. Roy converted their first 3rd down opportunity of the half here on this drive, and they're looking for another. It's 2.5 to play in the first half. You have a Wendy's student.
I do.
Athlete warrior of the week.
I just drew a blank on her name. It's either Cassie or Carly Campbell.
Oh, why did I ask you?
I know.
You know,
if I would have just said it, it would have come out right.
I don't ask much of you. We ask you to show up and look pretty.
Well, showing up I can do.
And you have a hard time even with that much of your job.
That is true.
Roy calls a timeout.
She is a soccer player here at Mountain Crest.
Yeah?
She's the student of the week.
What do they get for that?
They get a coupon for some delicious food at Wendy's. 2 $5 coupons, as a matter of fact. They can make a date out.
Between our student of the week and our player of the game, we are doing our part for feeding these high school kids.
That's true. When you see her, it doesn't look like she eats very much.
Well, maybe you should keep those coupons, and you know I should stop at Wendy's.
Oh, that's exactly the problem.
Wendy's of Cache Valley supporting all of the local high schools, not just the sports. We appreciate them, and got to let them know that you appreciate them supporting all the local high schools. Bowman, downfield, a lot of contact. Here's the flag.
Oh, that's a terrible call.
You think?
Yeah, I do. Niederhauser's just running with him and doesn't put his hands on him or anything, and he turns to look at the ball. And
Niederhauser last week was able to be as aggressive as he wanted to be. This week, it's a different officiating crew, and
he's just running right along with him. It's great coverage. The only contact is made when the Royals receiver turns back to try and get to the ball.
65 yards on 8 penalties. And now Roy in scoring position before the half with 2:14 to play. They'll move the ball up 15 yards to the 25-yard line. Mountain Crest maybe defensively letting up a little, but you know they want to pitch a shutout. Five-man rush. Bowman hit as he throws. He could not step into it, and Bowman's still down.
Boy, he got popped hard, and that was that amoeba defense. We think up a good name for that yet? Did they tell you what they call it?
No, I didn't ask, and I think a good name for it is ouch. Yeah. And that's what Bowman thinks. He got hit right in the smacker. I don't know if we'll get a chance to look at that one again, but he got pounded, right? He couldn't step into it because of the man that was right in his face, and whoever was right in his face, he went face mask to face mask with him. And you can see him as he walked off the sideline. Bowman just tossed his helmet. He got a headache.
Let's check with the truck, see if we have the play. Nope. We're doing weather control right now, so no replay. no replay. Trying to cover the cameras up. Well, you just have to believe us that he got rocked.
So Skidmore will come in.
Well, you never want to see anybody go out of the game, but if you're Roy, you have two experienced quarterbacks.
Well, after watching that hit, Skidmore probably stood there on the side and said, "No, Skidmore, who?"
He left.
Skidmore looking to the end zone from the receiver, who is well covered. Niederhauser is there, and no flag this time.
And rightfully so. Great coverage by Niederhauser. Gets to the spot first, and the receiver has to try and go through him to even get a shot at the ball.
2:03 to play now in the first half. 38-0. Mountain Crest, 6 possessions, 6 scores, 5 touchdowns and a field goal, all in the first half. Chris Jansen comes off the field. He's replaced by Brendan Freston. You know you're old when kids you went to high school have kids that are seniors playing now.
I could have just told you that.
Oh. 4-man rush. Mountain Crest collapses the pocket. Skidmore hangs in, fires a completion.
It's going to be a first down.
It's right at the stick.
It's marking it right on the 15.
Who was it going to? Was it Grimes?
I don't know. I'm having a hard time seeing the rain on the window.
Jones? Was it 23 or 28? That's a first down. And that's the first completion for Skidmore.
Oh, and the rain is coming down hard. I forgot to bring my umbrella. Hope my hair doesn't get all messed up.
Mark Wharton's got his down on the sideline. Before the game, you can see the rain in that shot. At least we can with our 50-inch HD monitor. 1st and 10, 1:55 to play in the first half.
I think the ball's out.
Yeah, it looked like it. And it's the quarterback center exchange. Again, the ball ends up on the ground. A loss of 4. 2 fumbles for Roy, both recovered by the Royals, and both on this drive as they switch out footballs to a dry one. Again, there you can see the rain coming down.
Keep raining like this, there won't be any dry footballs anywhere. Pretty sure all the boys in my neighborhood are having a camp out right now.
Aren't you glad I talked you out of that?
It could be a little damp up there.
1:10 to play in the half. 2nd and 14. Roy's going to have to take a timeout. They had guys switching around and swapping around. Not sure what their formation was supposed to be. 1:08 to play in the first half. 38-0 Mountain Crest as the Mountain Crest defense heads for the sideline. Next week, Lee, on Wednesday night game, a short week, Logan and East. It will be interesting to see how both of those teams approach that game. East has the #1 spot sewn up.
Wrapped
for
up.
Playoffs. After tonight, Logan will know what their playoff positioning is. They'll be 2nd or 3rd, and it won't change. So how do they play that game?
I think they don't like each other. They're going to come out and smack each other in the mouth.
That was the question last year. You know, and the Logan came out and played it like it was any other game. East kind of sat back, and Logan took it to them. East came back and brought their starters back, and tried to get it going again. But sometimes it's hard to turn the engine back on when it's been off for a while. So it'll be interesting to see how these two teams approach this game Wednesday. Skidmore firing it up there. They put the big man in.
I've tried that pass a few times in this game, and it's just not working out so good.
Nate Clark, big receiver. He tried to go downfield to him, and he couldn't come up with it. Nate Clark, big number. Was it 84?
84 it was.
Big sophomore. It's ridiculous how big some of these kids are. 1:02 to play on 3rd down and 14 from the Mountain Crest 19-yard line. Again, you're probably looking at 2-down territory here. 4 men coming after Skidmore. He's got time. He throws it behind Jones. Jones ran a little hitch, and he just threw it behind him, and he would have had a 1st down. I don't know if that wet ball got away from him or what, but he ran a zig and he threw a zag. 55 seconds on the clock. 4th and 14. Mountain Crest with the big lead. S.E. Needham Jewelers, where Utah gets engaged. Not northern Utah. Utah.
And southeastern Idaho. It's just too long to say. But I'll say it.
4th and 14. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Skidmore replaced Bowman after he was injured on this drive after he took a nasty hit. Skidmore underneath, it's picked. Watterson with another one, and he has room to run. Skidmore hauls him down at about the 49-yard line with 43 seconds left on the clock. Watterson with his 3rd interception of the night. He fumbled the first one on the return. He's picked off the last 2 clean.
When there was a hold anyway that didn't get called. Watterson's got speed, and nobody has the angle until they get all the way down to the quarterback.
Boy, you're going to have to look at film. Somebody didn't put the quarterback on the ground after an interception?
No kidding. That's fair game.
That's a monetary fine. Webb's going to give it to Hall, and Hall's going to lose a yard. That's a phrase that you'll hear not very often.
27 seconds on the clock and a half.
Mountain Crest, I don't know that they even have to run a play. They'll just run a give into the line, 2nd and 11. Ferguson goes in motion. They're going to pitch to Hall, try to get him to the edge. Hall dips to the middle, steps to the outside, and then he's knocked out of bounds after a gain of 13. The clock stops with 3 seconds. 14.3 yards per carry here in this first half. 2 touchdowns, 143 yards on 10 carries for Eddie Hall. But they're going to bring it back as they call a holding penalty against Mountain Crest. And it was downfield. Can't see the flag anywhere. Yep, there it is, back about the 50. It was not downfield. It was right at the line of scrimmage. So that wipes out that 13-yard run from Hall. Webb's going to take a knee, and that's going to end the first half. 38-0, all orange here at Mountain Crest.
Here at Lewiston State Bank, we offer lots of different loan products to meet your needs. We're happy to work with you and hope that you would enjoy working with us.
We had to take out an automobile loan, and so we came into Lewiston State Bank, and she was so good. She worked with me really, really well.
We are proud to have been serving our customers for over 100 years with personalized, friendly service. Please come in and meet your new friends at Lewiston State Bank.
Hey, I found Carly Campbell. Carly, you're the student of the week. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now, tell me what other sports you play here. What sports you play here at Mountain Crest?
I play soccer.
How's that going this year?
Good. We just really finished off our season.
And you enjoyed that? Tell me, are you a junior, senior?
Senior.
Oh, so that's kind of sad, a senior, and it's all over for you. Tell me about school and how you're doing in school.
School's going good. Got a 4.0. Going good.
Really? What's your favorite subject?
Probably physics.
Oh my gosh, physics and a 4.0. That makes me a little sick to my stomach, frankly. So what do you want to do after high school? I know it's a tough question to think about now. Makes you sad a little bit, but what's your plans?
Well, I'm committed to Utah State for soccer, so I'm going to go up there and play soccer for a couple years and go to school up there, and I'm hoping to eventually go to PT school for physical therapy.
Fantastic. Well, Coach Crosby picked you as a student of the week, and we want to reward you with 2 gift cards to Wendy's for $5 each.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Back to you, Eric Olson.
Well, Mountain Crest with a chance to win the title outright tonight and doing a heck of a job. And here's some kids that are doing a heck of a job. Well, Bobby Peterson, Mountain Crest girls tennis team, our athletes of the week, our Wendy's All-Stars. If you go into the local Wendy's, you'll see these guys and gals up on the television screen. Chanel Saxton from the Mountain Crest tennis team as well. One of our all-stars, Gage Ferguson. No picture of Gage because he's too dang fast. No camera can catch him. Of course, we've seen him tonight out there on the football team. And Carly Campbell, that's who we just talked to, out on the field for Mountain Crest girls soccer. So if you go to the local Wendy's while you're eating your burger, you can look up at the screen and you'll see these Wendy's all-stars like Katie Harvey out of Mountain Crest. 38-0, Mountain Crest all over Roy here on the Game of the Week. Game of the Week brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness. Never give up. Lewiston State Bank, your hometown bank with a new branch at 3rd South and Main in Logan. Wendy's of Cache Valley. Quality is our recipe. Cache Valley Hospital, your first choice for healthcare. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. The Salt Lake Express, offering door-to-door service in Cache Valley and beyond. So you need them Jewelers, where Utah gets engaged. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station, 130 yards and 2 touchdowns rushing for Eddie Hall here in the first half.
Clark Salt Lake Express and the airport shuttle have merged and become one.
So we still have doorstep service, and it's about the same price as it was before. Our focus now is to try to provide as many opportunities for people who need to have the ability to get to and from Salt Lake when they want. They don't want to wait at the airport for 2 hours. They also don't want to be driving around the valley when they get here.
And you bring us to a location that leaves on time.
We'll have another vehicle take you here to save time comfortably, and that main vehicle goes 12 times a day on schedule, both leaving the valley and coming back.
Hi, I'm Wendy. Yep, that one. And I'm proud to introduce Dave's Hot and Juicy Cheeseburgers. They're all new and our best yet, with thicker, hotter, juicier beef, melty cheese, and a warm butter toasted bun. So come on in. You know when it's real.
Coach, did you have to ice down Eddie's ankles and feet in halftime?
A little bit. He had a great first half. The line came off real hard. Just really happy how the kids came out. Nobody's afraid of a letdown, and I felt like the kids came out very prepared and played very well.
Now what do you do in the second half? Rain and up by 38. And how do you play the second half?
Just try to run the clock out as quick as you can, keep everybody healthy, and let a lot of kids get some reps.
Okay, good luck, Coach. Back to you, Eric.
All right, thanks a lot, Lee. 38-0, Mountain Crest all over Roy. A couple of minutes before kickoff here, and Mountain Crest will get the ball to start the second half. Have that running clock there in the second half, and Mountain Crest. It'll be interesting to see, how long they keep Eddie Hall and those guys in the ball game with the wet field and everything else. You don't want to pull a hamstring or do something else, and you might want to get some of those guys off the field and get some of these other guys some playing time. But Skyview is a big Mountain Crest fan tonight. They need a Mountain Crest win, and they need to win to make the playoffs. And right now, looks like they're on their way. We'll keep an eye on the score on that one, but they're thumping Bonneville right now. So, by the end of the night, we'll know if we've got all 3 Valley teams in the playoffs or not. But at halftime, Well, Skyview was up big on Bonneville, and Logan and Box Elder are playing over the mountain for the 2nd and 3rd seed out of Region 5, and at the half, Logan was leading that one. So once we know, we'll let you know that one as well, in case you didn't already know. So we are about 45 seconds away from the second half kickoff. So let's take a quick break, and when we come back with the kickoff in the second half, Mountain Crest and Roy on the Valley Channel. $38-0 our score here in Hiram. Mountain Crest awaiting the second half kickoff from Roy. Roy had driven it down deep into Mountain Crest territory, and then on 4th down they threw an interception that was returned out to midfield by Nick Watterson. Nick Watterson with the hat trick, 3 interceptions in this one. It's easy to give the player of the game to Eddie Hall, but gosh, Nick Watterson with 3 picks as a defensive back. That's pretty good, Levon.
Well, he did fumble one.
You know what? I'm gonna lobby for the 3 picks. I'm gonna lobby for 3 picks in one game.
Do you know why you're gonna lobby for that?
Why?
Because that's what you played in high school.
Well, I played defensive back. That's right. It's hard to get 3 interceptions in one game. Here's just the little
onside kick.
Pooch onside kick, and Roy catches it. Let's see what happens here.
They give it to Roy.
That's Roy football. Look at this. This was perfect. Mountain Crest didn't even look for it.
That's smart. I mean, you down 38-0. What do you got to lose?
Cody Hobbs picks it up. And Roy gains an extra possession. There'll be a running clock here in the second half because of the lead, the large lead. Here's the quick pass to Jones. It hits him right in the chest.
Right in the face mask, I think.
Now, is it Bowman or Skidmore? It's Skidmore. I was looking at Bowman at the half. He was coming off, and he looked like he wanted to take his pads off and everything, so I don't know if we'll see Bowman again. I'm looking for him on the sideline. Lee, you've got those Hubble telescope-like binoculars. You can, if you see him, let me know.
He was number 2, correct?
Let's see if we see him.
He's on the very end over there with his. Looks like his pads are off.
I see him now. Skidmore steps in. Receiver, catch, smack. Pututal puts LaRose down, but not until after a 12-yard gain.
And LaRose is feeling when it gets up really slow. Got a little hitch in his giddy up. Whatever that means, it can't be good.
Bam.
That's a great legal hit.
That's a good job by the receiver to hang on to the football. Raining pretty good out there. Looks like it's starting to let up a little, maybe.
It's slowed down a little bit. It's still plenty wet, though.
Instead of cats and dogs, it's gerbils and canaries.
Yes.
Over the middle again. This one nearly picked off. Caden Lindley jumped the route. He had one in the first half that he couldn't haul in either. And maybe that's why they've got him playing defense and not receiver.
He can knock him down.
Oh, he's jumped 2 routes and knocked him right down. Hasn't been able to pull him in, but he's manning that right corner spot and doing a whale of a job. You're not wearing your pink tonight, Lee. These Mountain Crest kids with pink spats and everything, that whole breast cancer awareness month and everything.
I am wearing pink, you just can't see it.
All right. We'll go talk about something else now. 9:20 to play in the 3rd period. Now they give it off this time. Is it Linehan? Whoever it was Gets about 7 yards, and they're going to tack some penalty yardage onto it, I believe.
Yeah, little extracurriculars there. And that's what happens when you don't blow the whistle, and we talked about that earlier in the game. You gotta blow that whistle when the play stops, otherwise people get hurt, late hits happen. We didn't see exactly what it was.
Somebody had a hold of a face mask, and it's the 5-yard variety. So Linehan picks up 7, and then they put 5 more on it. Ball at the 26-yard line of Mountain Crest. Roy drove down at the end of the first half, turned it over, and now they're back down here again. Mountain Crest scored on all but one possession in that first half, and then they took a knee on that last possession. Skidmore hauled down. That's Watterson. There you go. He's your player of the game, buddy. 3 picks and a sack.
Tyler Skidmore is brought down by Nick Watterson in the backfield.
Boy, that is great. Tracking down the quarterback for a huge loss.
I told you, didn't I tell you you're going to have to go get another one of those coupons to give for Eddie Hall for last week?
You did say
You
that.
may have to get both those guys and interview Eddie Hall retroactively, because we didn't get a chance to interview him last week. So in 2 weeks, he hasn't touched the ball here in the second half, but in 2 weeks, he's rushed for 330 yards.
Wow.
In 2 games. Skidmore going up top. This one wide of everybody. Niederhauser said, hey, how about an offensive PI?
That doesn't get called very often. Not that it shouldn't, it just doesn't.
It'll be 3rd down and about 18 for Roy.
Pass intended for Hobbs. Niederhauser on the coverage.
Roy 1 of 7 on 3rd downs. Jim Crosby and the Mountain Crest Booster Club taking care of us here tonight with some drinks.
Frosty beverages.
If we keep playing our cards right, he'll start bringing us burgers one of these days. Then we might just move in.
Don't get crazy.
Skidmore, 3rd and 14, comeback pattern. Threw it just wide of his intended target, and it's incomplete. 4th down.
Pass intended for Logan DeRose.
Oh, 4th down, and they're bringing in the punter. Down by 38 points.
Well, you've got 2 guys back to return on 4th down and 14 at the 35. They'll probably just, don't you think they'll run some sort of fake here?
You'd think.
Nope, they're going to dribble it back to Patton, and he's going to kick it away. But Patton did a good job picking that up and kicking it away. That's what got Roy in trouble at Logan. It was a low snap, and Patton's punt was blocked and returned for a touchdown by Taylor Compton, and that was your ball game.
They got some long snapper issues at Roy, and we've seen that all night.
That is a position that's so important.
So underrated.
So important. And you got guys that get scholarships in college doing things like that. You got guys in the NFL, that's all they do.
That's just what they do.
They played for 8-10 years in the NFL. All they do is long snap.
Long snap and eat burgers.
I'm going to fill out an application for that job. All in motion, they're going to give to Ferguson. Ferguson gets the edge. It's interesting what Hall did on that play. He came in motion out of the backfield and just did a little wheel route right down the sideline, sprinted down the sideline. They're running with him. Ferguson 12 yards, 39 yards on 5 carries and a touchdown for Ferguson.
The clock running away here. Now it's down to 4:50, 4:41. So fast I missed it.
You've got Hall split out, and they're going to hand it off to Ferguson again. He's going to go wide to the left. Ferguson.
Oh, so many broken tackles.
Ferguson tripped up. Down inside the 20 at about the 15-yard line. There's a flag back at the 47.
Scratch that. Connor McGuire's when he chased him down.
That's going to negate a 56-yard run by Ferguson. That's up about the 47-yard line is where that penalty occurred.
Maybe a hold.
And march it back. It's going to be a first down for Mountain Crest. The rain's kind of let up out there, but it's still drizzling a little bit. Saw him starting to have some issues with ball security at the end of the half.
It's coming down pretty hard right there at halftime to begin, but by the end it slowed down considerably.
Pututau in motion. Webb's going to keep. 3 yards for Webb. .250 to play in the third period. Again, with the Mountain Crest with a big lead that they've got, they just keep that clock running. Lee, did you notice we've got a little extra room in the booth here in the second half?
I did notice. All the Roy coaches vacated.
We don't have any opposing coaches in the second half. They didn't bother to come up.
Guess they wanted to hang out in the rain.
Down to the sideline.
I don't think they were doing
up here.
It didn't do them a whole lot of good in the first half.
Here's the pitch to Hall. Hall's been stuck at 130 yards for a while. Now he's got more. Hall looked like he was going to be stopped for a loss. And he ends up picking up 14.
Well, it's, bringing down Eddie Hall is so hard, especially if you go really low on him. A lot of these guys are diving at his feet. He just steps out of those.
You go at his feet, he's going to come out of there like you've been kicked in the head by a horse.
Who'd you say was looking at him? Who'd you hear?
Oh, Weber State. Utah State was impressed by him in the summer. And some of the other schools like that are looking at him. The Weber States. Utah State's looked a little bit. Here's Webb. He's going to take it. Gets spun out of bounds after a gain of about 8.
Seems like this offense has made a real reversal in who they are since the first of the year. They pass the ball a lot. By the way, that's your S&M Endurance middle of the clock, center of the clock, where Utah gets engaged. Make sure you stop in. They've got other stuff too, like watches. But since the first part of the year, they've really turned over. They used to throw the ball a lot. Pututau is in the game, really in the game plan a little more than he is. He's still a great weapon. But now, since Eddie Hall's had a breakout couple of games, they're going to the ground a lot.
Well, and Webb is 5 of 9 for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. 277 yards total at the half for Mountain Crest versus 38 yards for Roy. Here's Ferguson. Motions out of the backfield. They give it to first man through, and that was the fullback, Nick Taylor. And Taylor picks up the first down, about 7 yards in the first down.
They're going to let the clock expire in the third quarter.
38-0. Mountain Crest does not score in the third, but they're driving as we start the fourth.
Now with print, online, and mobile offerings, the Herald Journal gives you easy access to the news that matters to you.
The paper's here!
We're delivering quality local news to more readers than ever, in more ways than ever. Subscribe today. The Herald Journal, empowering the community.
Hi, I'm Randy Anderson, owner of Master Mechanic in Providence. Every repair we do at Master Mechanic comes with our peace of mind guarantee, meaning all repairs are guaranteed for 3 years or 36,000 miles. That's triple the industry standard. Summer travel time is here. Before you hit the road, stop by and have our ASE certified technicians inspect your vehicle. Prevent vacation breakdowns with our pre-trip inspection. Master Mechanic in Providence, taking the worry out of summer travel. I guarantee it.
Well, Ferguson takes the handoff to start the fourth quarter. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Mountain Crest leads 38-0. There's a running clock here in Hiram, so 12 minutes left in the season for the Roy Royals. Unless something inconceivable happens.
Oh, I don't know what that would be.
Well, that's because it's inconceivable.
That's right, I can't conceive it.
You cannot conceive of it.
That is the point of the word.
Eddie Hall, I don't think he's in there right now. He's out of the game. Nick Taylor's in there. And Taylor picks up a yard.
Well, we're probably going to see a few other kids in here from Mountain Crest, get them some time and a little work.
Mountain Crest not in any hurry to get a play in. Brendan Freston comes off as Trevor Holst comes in. It's 3rd down now and 10. 3 of 6 on 3rd downs for Mountain Crest. I would imagine Eddie Hall's done for the night. No reason to put him in any danger. Taylor tries to get around the edge, cuts it up inside. He's got a 1st down on 3rd and 10. He picks up 11.
Boy, that's a nice cut by Taylor to get upfield. Reads that block just right. Holding it. Now it's cut inside, breaks the ankles of one defender, and gets a great yardage up to the 1st down marker. It's going to be 1st and 10. From the 14.
I don't see Hall anywhere on the sidelines, but there are a couple of players down there that are wearing the big rain ponchos. One of them looks like Eddie Hall. Ferguson jumps over the initial defender and picks up 2. Taylor Mendenhall on the field, number 27 for Mountain Crest. Jameson Webb stays in at quarterback, and bringing the play in is Ben Weiss.
How many Weisses are out here? Seems like I called that last name for a lot of years.
I think that might be the last one. I know the Weiss family a little bit. Dad Mark. The boys. Ferguson in motion. Taylor.
Stacked up.
Nothing there.
Yeah, it was Taylor 19 getting off the bottom of the pile.
He's got 4 carries for 20 yards, does Taylor. An 11-yarder is longest on 3rd down and 10. Now it's 3rd down and 8. So Webb comes off. Brockton Elison comes on. Got Taylor and Ferguson kind of playing on a wing. We're going to give it to Taylor. He puts it on the turf, it bounces around, and now Roy's going to pick it up. So Mountain Crest turns it over, and Roy will take over.
Well, you get new kids in there, and they get a little jittery, and they get their shot, and sometimes they can't get a handle on the ball, and they turn it over, and Roy gets it in deep in their own end of the field, but still a turnover and stops Mountain Crest from scoring. Take a look at the replay here, and doesn't look like the handle ever. No, the handoff never really occurs, and Taylor drops that ball. You know, just fall on it, son. Just fall on it.
That's 2 fumbles lost for Mountain Crest. 2 turnovers for the Mustangs. So they're all even in the turnover department in this one. And what's the flag? Illegal participation from Mountain Crest. One too many guys out on the field. It was Gage Ferguson. He said, "What? I want to play still."
Start to get in garbage time here with 7:04 to go on the clock, and Mountain Crest cruising to a victory. You'll start to see penalties like this and turnovers.
Skidmore's got time, looking over the middle, and it's knocked down. Out there running right with the receiver was Joshua Edwards. Edwards knocked it away from LaRose. Skidmore is 2 of 13 on the night. Bowman 3 of 7. So 5 of 20 through the air for Roy. They had 5 yards rushing, 33 yards passing, and 38 yards total at the half. They have 12 yards rushing right now and 45 yards passing and 57 total yards. Here's the swing out there. Is that Grimes? I believe it is. And we've got a flag. Late hit out of bounds.
Hit. That's number 28.
12 yards on the pass. Attack the penalty.
Taken out by Tyrone Grantham and Josh Edwards.
Another penalty on Mountain Crest. That's their 9th.
Boy, and there's not a lot of bad things you can find in Mountain Crest performance tonight. They've done a great job blocking, rushing, excellent passing, and defense has been spectacular. And we tell you, coaches will figure it out, and that's what it's going to be.
They did not show any letdown from last week's game. Like that propelled them into just a blazing start tonight. Skidmore downfield has a man, and McGuire catches it, and he's spun out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. Now it's the 27. Too far upfield. 18 yards.
Well, they usually head down to the field about 2 minutes to go with the clock running at 4:40. I'll probably get ready to leave here in just a second. I think I will take your advice. And we'll look at number 32, Nick Watterson, as the player of the game, and I'll try and track down Eddie Hall as well.
A sack and 3 interceptions for Watterson. We owe Eddie Hall. Here's the Skidmore on the rollout. Looks downfield. He's got his man. Hobbs hauled down at the 10. 17-yard gain on the first catch for Hobbs. 69 yards through the air for Skidmore. Eddie Hall with 197 yards rushing last week, 144 this week. So you put those together, Lee, and you're looking at 341 yards in the last 2 weeks. To the end zone. No, incomplete. Jones caught it, but he didn't come down in bounds. Did he even catch it? So yeah, I think when you rush in 2 games for 341 yards, you deserve some ice cream. And 3 picks and a sack for Watterson. That would give him a kitchen sink as well. Let's take a look. Nope, he didn't catch it. So it wasn't a matter of him not landing in bounds. Skidmore inside through the hands of his receiver. And right there to make the play was Ben Weiss. Clock runs with 3 minutes to play. Roy just trying to get on the board at this point. Third and 10 from the 12-yard line. Skidmore looking inside, nearly picked off by Luke Smith. 4th down.
The pass intended for David Hamler, broken up by Luke Smith.
Smith stepping in front of that. Really should have come up with the pick, but did a good job of breaking it up. Injury timeout, and it's Weiss that limps off the field. Weiss, the junior. 4th and 10 from the 12-yard line of Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest leads 38-0. Skidmore looking for the end zone. This one caught. Touchdown, Roy. That's Hobbs. No, Mountain Crest wanted that. Wanted that. Shutout. They're not going to get it. 2 catches, 21 yards, and a touchdown for Hobbs. Check that. 2 catches, 28 yards, and a touchdown for Hobbs. And so Roy goes for 2. Skidmore, lots of time underneath, broken up. Butu Tau breaks it up. 1:52 to play in the game. 38-6 as Roy gets on the board.
This is a 68 Buick Skylark, and we're just working on the lights. This is a 92 Toyota Corolla, and we're just putting in a new alternator. This is a 97 Pontiac Transport, and we've had the whole motor apart, putting in new intake manifold gaskets.
For all your automotive needs, big or small, see A1 Automotive.
38-6, Roy gets on the board. The 12-yard touchdown pass from Skidmore to Hobbs. 80 yards passing for Skidmore. Hadley is #1 target, 3 catches, 32 yards. Hobbs 2 for 28 and a touchdown. LaRose 2 for 21. Gonna kick it away. Butu Tau's back to receive it. Butu Tau thought maybe he was done for the night. And then Eddie Hall was back there to receive that one as well. So those two had to shed the rain ponchos and go back out on the field. And they look like they're going to stay on the field. Let's see. No, now they're coming off. No, absolutely no reason to keep those guys on the field, but I don't know. Let's see. Hall staying on. Webb's coming back on. Butu Tau's on, so's Ferguson. The starting offense is back on the field and probably just take a knee, though. With the clock still running, they don't need to run a play. They're in that victory formation. Webb takes a knee. They'll have to do it one more time. Chad Larson comes off, as does Josh Guyman. A couple other players come on for the Mustangs. Webb looks to the back judge. He'll wait till he starts counting before he takes the snap. Now he's counting. Webb takes a knee, and they will not have to run another play. 144 yards rushing and a couple of touchdowns for Eddie Hall. The Mountain Crest Mustangs win Region 5 outright. They will go as the #1 seed into the playoffs.
Howdy you, old grist mill. Old Grist Mill Bread Company, Ogden, Brigham, Logan.
Visionary Homes.
S.C. Needham Jewelers is Northern Utah's largest volume diamond importer. My name is Gene Needham, and I travel personally to the World's Diamond Cutting Center, Antwerp, Belgium. There I hand-select each diamond based on the most favorable combinations of cut, color, and clarity. This makes all of our diamonds unique and special and assures that our customers get the best selection and value. These advantages enable us to consistently beat 50 to 70% off sales or any so-called wholesale deals. Come see us, S.C. Needham Jewelers, middle of the block at the sign of the clock.
Hey, I found the Valley Channel co-players of the game, Nick Watterson, Eddie Hall. Nick, first of all, fantastic defense tonight. Man, that's a lot of picks in the backfield. Were they just floating up there for you or what?
They were just waiting for me to get to them, and I just made the most out of it.
Talk to me about how big this win is tonight for Mountain Crest. Of course, it's a region title, but you got to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, it really sets the tone for us to go to state, and that's like our highest goal, and we want to get there, and we were just wanting to get there, so it's big for us, big win.
Eddie, 144 yards tonight on the night. Great first half. You ran all over the place. Talk to me about the blocking of your line.
Our blocking on our line was incredible tonight. In our backfield, our Gage Ferguson and Nick Watterson, Nick Taylor, they did it good in the backfield for me. And in that game and every game that we all get good yards on rushing, it goes to the line and the people that block for me.
Congratulations. You're both Valley Channel Players of the Week. You both get a coupon to Angie's. That's for last week, too, by the way. Go beat Northridge, all right?
We will. Thank you.
Good job. Back to you, Eric Olson.
All right, Mountain Crest 38-6 winners on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. The Game of the Week is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness. Never give up. Lewiston State Bank, your hometown bank, with a new branch at 3rd South and Main in Logan. Wendy's of Cache Valley, quality is our recipe. Cache Valley Hospital, your first choice for healthcare. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. The Salt Lake Express, offering door-to-door service in Cache Valley and beyond. S.C. Needham Jewelers, where Utah gets engaged. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station. For Lee Vaughn, the guys in the truck doing the hard work, I'm Eric Olson saying see you next time on the Valley Channel.
This is your living room, and so is this. This is season 1 and 2 and 3. This is the big game and the big moment. This is getting caught up. This is Xfinity TV. This is easy. This is simple. This is awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Hi, I'm Wendy. Yep, that one. And I'm proud to introduce Dave's Hot and Juicy Cheeseburgers. They're all new and our best yet, with thicker, hotter, juicier beef, melty cheese, and a warm butter toasted bun. So come on in.
You know when it's real.